So what should you do after creating a game? Should you register it or license it? Or trademark register it? I have zero knowledge in this. How does IP attorney help? This person's based in Scotland.
Yeah, and I mean, from my perspective, I mean, as soon as you kind of have that idea for the game, like that's a great time to have an initial consultation with it. Any intellectual property attorney is going to be able to look at what you're doing and give you some feedback on patent, trademark, and copyright. From my perspective, I'll focus on like the copyright and trademark side of things. If JD, you want to maybe talk about the patent side of a game, but you could, file copyright to protect the actual game itself and its components and how it works, or not how it works, but the instructions and that kind of thing. You could file it, probably not worth it, to be completely honest. We can file copyrights really whenever we need to and get them fairly easily. So that's not a huge priority from my perspective, but you would definitely want to do a trademark application. Most of these products that are going to be sold online, and that's the case, you're going to be selling on Amazon, and you really want a trademark registration if you're selling on Amazon these days. So talk to a trademark attorney, think about the copyright. Generally, no copyright, but do look before you leap on the trademark side of things. And fall class 28, it's the sporting goods category as well as the gaming category.
Cool.
Nothing unusual here. Just, you should know that there's a lot of applications out there for games. So it's got to be a pretty clever name in order to register.
Okay.
That's my experience, at least.
Got it. All like the 3 and 4 letter words are almost all.
Yeah, anything that you think is like, like pretty on the nose or like obvious or cute, right? Or, you're not going to register that. It's going to have to be something a little bit more unique.
Yeah, I think I would just add, if it's just you as an individual doing all the developing of the game, that keeps it a lot easier. I think maybe there's more complicated things if you have a team or you're hiring individuals that are creating and coming up with the gameplay, the rules, different types of design elements. You want to make sure that you as the owner, I assume you're the owner, have contractual agreements in place with each of those individuals, that the intellectual property, the artwork is all going to be owned by you. And on the patent side, not as often does it come up. I think quite rarely would we want to go for any type of design patent, unless you've really come up and spent a lot of effort on one particular element or feature and it's already been selling. Then there are ways you can kind of go back and try to, protect the elements. On utility patent side, gameplay and methods can be patentable, or are eligible. Patentability is very challenging in terms of showing that it's really novel. And even beyond that it's not an obvious version. There's so many games you can imagine for centuries, plenty of games, lots of different references, and examiners would have a heyday looking at their online database all over the world of different types of games that have ever been played. So again, just show that this is the first type of game that's ever been done before, and that it would be a non-obvious version of the game. It's quite a challenge, but not impossible. So that's all I would say on the patent side.
Yeah, good advice there. I really like that you threw in the work made for hire agreements. If you're paying artists to create content for the game itself, you need to make sure that they don't own any of that, right? That you, as the the game developer, own that.